A very good morning, everyone. Myself, Chiranjeev Jain, and I welcome you all in my CA Final Financial Reporting class, new syllabus. Now, first question which is coming in everyone's mind is whether due to introduction of Ind accounting standard. Do you know about Ind AS? Have you heard about Ind accounting standard? Means in IPCC whatever you have done, that was accounting standard. There was also Indian accounting standard. Now we also call it whatever we'll be learning in CA Final, that is also Indian accounting standard. The name what has been given to the new set of accounting standard is Indian accounting standard, which is a converged version of IAS, International Accounting Standard, and IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard. The questions come, everyone listen. The question which is coming in our mind, that with the introduction of Ind accounting standard, whether CA Final, financial reporting, will become more tough in new syllabus or it will be easy. I think everyone is thinking about this, and many of them, nowadays what rumors is going into the market, that we should take FR at the end. Are you getting what I am saying? Everyone is saying, in a day I receive at least 4 to 5 calls. He said whether we should take FR right now or whether we should defer it at the end. What is the paper 1? What was the paper 1 in CPT? What was the paper 1 in IPCC? What was the paper 1 in CA Final? So how can you defer it? If you are deferring it, it will be deferred for your life. So always the first subject which we should opt is what? Financial reporting. If the time does not matches or there is some unusual circumstances, you can start with second or third also. But we should not postpone it till the end. Now the question is that whether the financial reporting, the syllabus, no doubt it has become vast. But whether it will be tough for exam, this is the question. How many of you have this question in your mind? No one. You should, No one. Everyone has, this question is not coming in your mind? So you should raise your hand if coming like this. How many of you are thinking this question whether with the introduction of Ind AS, the FR subject will become more tough as compared to old syllabus? As compared to old syllabus. I think you don't know what was in old syllabus. But the old syllabus was based on accounting standard. New syllabus will be based on what? Ind accounting standard. Now the answer is very simple. The answer, whatever I will say, it is very simple. I'll just give one sentence and you will understand what is the importance of Ind accounting standard. So what was the question I was asking? With the introduction of Ind AS, whether new syllabus will become more tough. That was the question I was asking before the break happened. So only one sentence I will say and you will have an interest in Ind AS, that I will say, how many of your friend is giving exam in old syllabus? I think many of the friend, of your either friend or senior or relative, are giving attempt in old syllabus. Correct? Now they are writing in old syllabus. Bole yes or no? Yes. Means abhi there 2 or 3 attempts are left and they will be writing in old syllabus. Bole yes or no? Yes. I will say even though they will pass CA examination, they will be considered as obsolete chartered accountant. And they will value that cost price or NRV, whichever is lower. Will apply Ind AS too. And if they are considering themselves as intangible asset, then also will impair. We don't know impairment, therefore I have not discussed impairment right now. But there will be an impaired chartered accountant. Impaired. Means even though on the day of becoming chartered accountant, they are thinking that the value is 1 crore, but in the market the value will be rupees 1. Are you able to understand? It means now accounting standard, the knowledge are given only in IPCC. We all know accounting standard. We have the 19 accounting standard. So can I say you are as compared to as what old syllabus students are? Only we need to do additional 10 accounting standard. Will become what? Equal to what? CA final old syllabus. The other subject remains same. There is no as much changes in other subject. Only in FR. So it means I will say you are coming to CA final at right time. Right time. The entire market is vacant. The entire market is vacant with the chartered accountant who has a knowledge of what? In the accounting standard, and will become chartered accountant at that phase when there is a requirement of what? Chartered accountant. Means when I compare myself to you, when I become chartered accountant, everyone was CA. There was no such new thing with me. I passed with the same knowledge, and the all experienced chartered accountant, they are experienced with the same knowledge. The opportunity was less, but you have what? Ample opportunity in the market. Ample opportunity. Become CA in your first, and I say not first, in your last attempt. Whatever attempt is due for you, that is your last attempt. And you need to become chartered accountant in that attempt only. Are you getting? If somebody asks you, this is your which attempt, you need to say this is my last attempt. Don't say first, because after first, second will come, and after second, third will come, and after third, fourth will come. So always say this is my what? Last attempt. Are you able to understand? Never say this is my first attempt, because after first, what will come? Second will come. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct? So whatever attempt is due, that is your last attempt. In that last attempt, you need to become chartered accountant, because lot of opportunity is there. Think about that opportunity and pass CA as soon as possible. As soon as possible. You can't imagine what is the requirement of CA in this Indian market. Not only in Indian market, also outside, but I will always say stay in India. Come. Stay in India. Lot of opportunity. Correct? Now, second question. How many of you have passed IPCC exam? No one. How many of you passed the IPC exam? Whenever I'm asking question, I'm not asking question to a dumb. I'm asking question to a future chartered accountant. Please raise your hand. You have hand? You use hand for what purpose? So what I am saying in class, will use hand for raising hand only, okay? So what I am saying, how many of you are here by passing CA IPC exam? Please respond. Oh my God. Everyone, this is a valid question I'm asking to you all. Everyone try to understand. The valid question, why this is a valid question, try to understand. When you were in IPCC, the first day, I will not ask this question right now, but suppose you are in IPCC, my question to you all, whether IPCC was considered as a simple or it was also tough. Not right now, because you passed IPCC. But yaad karo, that day when you started IPCC, whether it was tough or it was easy. It was tough. And believe me, what if you'll ask me, because I am chartered accountant, I will say IPCC is more complicated than CA final. Believe me, I'm not saying because I am in CA final. Believe me, those who are my CA IPC students, they know this fact. Then in CA IPCC, I also say that IPCC is more tough than CA final. Pass IPCC, you will become CA. If you pass IPCC, now there is no doubt you will pakka become CA. Only the time you need to decide. Attempt you need to decide. And CA IPCC is actually more complicated than CA Final. And with the introduction of new syllabus to 100% become what? More tougher. And you all pass CA IPCC. Means can I say you are not ordinary, you are not ordinary, you are not ordinary, you are, no, extraordinary concept has been deleted from India. So I will say you are exceptional student. So you all are exceptional. You passed IPCC, you came here, you are in CA Final, no doubt about that. There is no doubt. No one can say that you are not exceptional. You are 100% an exceptional student. Only you need to understand this fact. You need to understand this fact that you are an exceptional student. An exceptional student will not take more than one attempt. This thing you should have in your mind from the first day when you have registered for CA Final. Even though you have not registered, you are waiting for the time to come. You need to understand this fact that you are exceptional and to pass in your last attempt. This is your last attempt. Why I am saying in my first class? Because once I start, I will not entertain you. So whatever extra talk is there, I will talk today only. I will discuss with you today only. Now, with this point, when I have said CA IPCC or now intermediate is more tough than CA Final, and one fact is there that old syllabus, CA Final, was also what? I will say as compared to new syllabus was also, I will say, no comparison only. The new syllabus has become more interesting. Believe me, if you ask me, sir, whether you used to teach CA Final old syllabus as well as now new syllabus, which one is more interesting? I will say old syllabus to was bakwas. Full bakwas. I am talking about FR. I am not talking about other subject. Now, the third question now, which is coming in your mind, even though not coming, I will create that question. That, sir, you are saying CA Final is easy, then why the percentage is 7% or 8% or 10%? Correct now? If I am saying it is easy and we are exceptional student, then why result is so less? Try to understand what I am saying. If suppose 100 student has applied for what? CBD. What was the percentage of passing in CBD? At your attempt? 24. 25%. You remember? Let us assume 25%. ठीक है. 25%. Means how many students pass? 25. What was the percentage in IPCC? What was the percentage in your attempt? No, it was 10%, around 10 to 12%. Let us assume 10%. So out of 25, 10% student pass means 2.5. Means you are among this 2.5. Try to understand this fact. This fact, don't think about 2.5. Think about we are in that 2.5. Means whatever filter was to be done, that filtration has been done by ICAI. Now no filtration. Now they have no right to filter. Filtration has been done by ICAI in CBD and IPCC. Then why after this all 2.5, this 2.5 will become CA? There is no doubt. But why they are taking more attempts? This 2.5 pakka will become CA because no one will quit. 5 attempts, 6 attempts, 7 attempts, maja aa raha hai. But the question is that, why not first attempt? This is the question, na? I will say, believe me, this is the fact. If you understand this fact in my first class, everyone here will pass in first attempt. But you need to realize, you need to apply, you need to Be 100% focused about that point. The reason is only we student. I have included myself in that. Because when I was giving CA exam, if I have failed, I was the only reason. And if I passed, I was the only reason. So if you are failing in your exam, you are the only reason why you have failed. So you need to realize this fact right now. We students have the all ability to pass in what? First attempt. And if you are not able to pass, we are the only reason. So try to understand this fact and work on it. Work on it. Don't blame others. Even though, suppose you came to my class, I will teach you 100% excellent, don't worry about it. But suppose I am not teaching good, I am not a reason. I am not a reason. Even though you fail, you are the reason. This fact you need to understand. If you understand this fact, then CA is very, very easy. Very, 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 very easy. Are you able to understand? Correct? So from now onward, try to focus only one point, I. Think about I. Think about I. If you start thinking about I, it is very easy. Acha, how many of you love yourself? How many of you love yourself? Whereas always in the morning we should kiss ourselves. Stand in front of what? Mirror, start kissing. Because if you love yourself, you'll think about yourself. And if you love others, you'll think about them. Pass ho ja. You pass, I will pass in another attempt. Are you able to understand what I am saying? If you are not loving yourself, start loving yourself. And believe me, this is your course. This profession is yours. So if you are loving yourself, start loving what? This course. Start loving every day. Every day, morning, you say, I love chartered accountant. Believe me, one fact, once again, I want to discuss. Out of 100 students of CA Final, 80 students always say CA is ghatiya. Why I have opted for CA? 80% students say like this, and that 80% will never become CA. Will never become CA. And even though they become CA, they will not earn from CA. Because they don't love CA. I'm saying the fact I'm saying. 80% students always say, why I have opted for CA? Oh my God, so tough. So if you are not loving, how CA will love you? How CA course will love you? Every morning, please say, even though others are saying that CA is bakwas, slap in front of everyone, that person. You are right because this is your course. Start respecting yourself. Start respecting your CA course. That day when all CA students, if they start saying CA is one of the beautiful course, CA will automatically become easy. The entire negativity is created due to market. There is one CA market, you know. I'm not talking about vegetable market or stock market. There is one CA market. We are part of that. We are part of that. What happened? Okay, I will, one point, I will come at 6:15, I will start. If you are coming, if you are not coming, I am not bothered. You come, you don't come, because if you are not loving yourself, you will not come. So I am not say anything to you. You come, you sit down. If you are not interested, go out of the class without asking me, okay? Correct? Are you able to understand? Because I am chartered accountant, you are future chartered accountant. Both are same. Only the attempt is there. Both are same. So if you are coming without asking, come sit down. Don't disturb others. Okay? Now, everyone. So what I was saying? What I was saying? Huh? Market. About market. Very good market. Believe me, this market is full of what? Full of what? The student who are what? Experienced student. Full of. And I am not saying experience. Try to understand what happens in the market actually. You passed IPCC. Acha, try to understand what I am saying. Even though you have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no matter in your IPCC, your NCA final, all are same. Okay? So even though you have taken n number of attempts, I am not saying that there is no argument about that whether you are eligible to become C or not. Even though a student who has passed in 5 attempts or 6 attempts can pass CA final in first attempt with rank. With rank. So there is no mismatching concept here. All are same. All are same. Once you come to CA final class, all are same. But what happened in the market? Can I say, once we have tried to understand what happens in the market, everyone try to understand this fact. When we were in class 11th, class 10th, there was a board exam. Class 10th board exam. That was also an important exam. Bolo yes or no? Everyone, even though parent was focused on that, now the parent, you pass Baba. But in class 10th and class 12 exam, parents were totally focused about your result. Means that was very important exam of your life. Correct or not? But 10th exam, you have never thought. You were studying and you were of the view that will pass. Correct? Why? What was the reason? Because when you were in 10th, you have seen your seniors, all were passed. Everyone passed. I will also pass. This was the fact. When you came to 12th, when you have seen your senior, all were passed. I will also pass. But when you come to CPT and you have seen Upper, everyone failed. 90% students fail. So from that day, one negativity comes in your mind. Understood this negativity created from market. Why you are thinking about others? You pass class 10, you pass class 12, you will pass CPT, you passed. You will pass IPCC, you passed. So you will pass CA final. There is no doubt about that. There should not be any question to be asked to others whether I will pass or fail. You need to only decide if you pass CPT, if you pass IPCC, you will pass CA final also. And the question of attempt should not come. The question of attempt should not be asked only. Are you able to understand this fact? Realize this fact right now. Right now. Okay? So what is the reason why we fail? I said only we students. Try to understand, everyone. What happened? This fact I am saying, only on the first day I will say, you need to apply this fact in entire your CA curriculum. Okay? Everyone. IPCC. I need to compare with IPCC. CA final. Everyone. What was the time period for IPCC exam after you pass CPT? Batao. 9 months. 9 months, how many subject? 8 subject, na? You were having 7 subject, okay. Chalo, but costing FN, let us count what? 8 only, okay? Let us count 8 only. 8 subject, because costing was also vast. FM was also vast. Correct? 8 subject. 9 months, 8 subject. Correct? Okay? Now, everyone try to understand. Means 1 month each subject. Okay? Can you say apart from accounts, all subjects were new? Even the law you have done in CPT, but that was only a starting point. Law will be a different subject only. So apart from accounts, all were new subject, and after going through accounts, you have understood accounts is also new. That fact you have realized afterward. But at the beginning, you are accounts. But accounts was also what? Full new. Entire new. Means all were new subject. You do not have any practical knowledge. You do not have any practical knowledge. Bole yes or no? No practical knowledge because no articles we started. The audit subject, yes, we'll do audit. What is audit that you were not knowing? Are you getting costing? Yes, we'll do costing. Only this much. FM, finance, maja aayega. But what is finance? You have understood only after class. But right now, if I'll talk about CA final, after passing CA IPCC, how many time is left? 2.5 year. Correct? If you pass in first attempt. Or I will say on an average 1.5 year low. On an average if I say. Correct? How many subject? 8 subject. 8 subject. More time? More time. Okay? Now, all subjects are not new. Every subject you have base. There is no new subject except elective paper, but that is also part of what? 7 subject, whatever you'll do. I mean, that will be also not new once you started elective paper. Correct? So all are what? Can I say the subject which you know, costing you know, FM you know, audit you know, DT you know, IDT you know, accounts you know, everything you know. All are familiar subject. No new subject in your life. Correct? Then also, batao. If I give this data, 100% IPCC is complicated. But what was in IPCC? There was one institute. You were going to that institute. Entire thing was planned in one institute. Mostly I think you have done IPCC from one institute. All subject in one place. Everything was planned. The timing was planned from morning 7, I think maximum 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. Morning 6, 7, whatever. That was also planned. And after the class, your revision time was also planned. Even though you started after 2 or 3 months, you realize the fact after 3 months. But once you realize the plan you have done, the planning you have done, this much hours will give to what? Revision. And also, whatever homework was given by the teacher, you used to do. Most of the students who are here used to do that homework. Even though not done at the right time, but you have completed. Whenever you got the time. Means, can I say there was one full planning about the course? Which was either planned by your teacher or planned by you. But the planning was there. But now what happened in CA Final? All 8 subjects with different teacher. Means our relationship is only for 70 days. After 70 days, you will never come to me. Unless you miss the class. Only 70 days. It happens with other teachers also. Not only me. Means, can I say, here we are only planning the subject. We are not planning what? Entire CA. Means when you are in this class, I will talk only about what? FR. I will not talk about other subject. Means other teacher will not talk about FR. They will plan only for you for that particular subject. But the point is the entire 8 subject. Who need to plan? You need to plan this time. Correct? And no planning. The planning, whatever you do, that planning you do only for taking coaching class. This coaching class this time, then after this time, then after this. Only you are doing planning for taking classes, not for revision. Not for revision. No revision. No, I'm not saying everyone is not revising. Try to understand. Those who are not planning, they are among what? 90% of the result. 90% are those who are not passing in the first attempt. The reason I have given. And this reason is only applicable, not more than that. Means if you are not revising the subject when it is completed, even though you do not have time, don't give me excuse, huh? Sir, I am in this firm, I am this firm, I am in this firm, we don't have time. No time. Take another attempt, I will say. If you do not have time, take another attempt. Take 3 attempts, 4 attempts, 5 attempts. Good na. That's good. Syllabus will change. You will come again to me. Bolo yes or no? Try to understand what I am saying. You can't give any excuse that you do not have time. Even though you are working for 24 hours, revise. Because when I was doing chartered accountant, the same thing happened with me. I have also done entire hard work and I'm here right now with you. So you can't give any excuse that you have no time. You do not have your family with you. You need to cook for yourself. This is all I excuse. While cooking also you can study. You do not have any bike, you take bus and you come from bus. In bus also you can study. So we have office, we are in Deloitte, we are in PwC, we are this. We can also study there. So no excuse. If you are giving excuse, take another attempt. Simple reason. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Try to understand one beggar. You know, beggar? They have 24 hours. You have also 24 hours. But if you see one beggar, they are working very hard for their job. Have you seen anyone? Such a hard work, such a creativity. They will force us, even though we don't want. They will force us and will be what? Creativity. They are doing their hard work. They are doing their job in that 24 hours. You need to do your job in that 24 hours. The answer I have given. Understood? From today, only one commitment I want from you all. If you give that commitment, don't give to me, give to yourself. That at least you will study for 1 hour. I am asking only 1 hour. Only 1 hour, not more than that. Not more than that is not required also. 1 hour, if you revise the whatever we have done today, if you revise that day only, over. CA first attempt, if you want, I can sign in a blank page and I can give you by writing. If you are doing 1 hour study every day, not only for FR, huh? Next time other subject will start, huh? I'm talking about all cumulative effect. So if you are giving that commitment to yourself, I can sign. You give me blank paper, I will sign. And if you failed, after applying that, come to me. Whatever case you want to file against me, file. This is a fact I am saying. Only realize this point, you will become CA. So now from today onwards, what we'll say, only one thing, CA is very easy. And FR is the most easiest subject. Our target will be 90 plus. 90 plus in exam in FR. Our target. I got 93 in my CA final, so this is my challenge to you. If you cross 93, break my record. Are you getting? This is my open challenge to you all. Break my record. Okay? Are you able to understand? Correct? So our target is what? Our target is what? 90, not 90, 90 plus. Acha, 93 plus. ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. Are you getting 90 plus? Correct? And one of the easiest subject is what? FR. Means it might happen after, I will not say this point, otherwise you will take refund. This is the most easiest subject after completion of what? Class. Because everything is new. Everything is new. Okay? Now, coming to subject now. Financial reporting. Financial reporting. First thing, this is not accounts. This is not accounts. So if you have anything in your mind that we are doing accounts once again, this is not accounts. Because accounts already you have done. In CPT you have done fundamental of account. In IPC there were 2 papers. Accounting, advanced accounting. Advanced accounting. Means, can I say, with the completion of what? IPCC, you have all knowledge about accounts. You have done banking company, insurance company, ESOP, amalgamation, internal reconstruction, whatever comes to you in your mind, everything has been done. All chapters has been done. And believe me, if you have done IPCC, we say you have done BCom 1 plus 2 plus 3. Entire thing has been done. Means, can I say, as per commerce, as per accounts related, everything has been done. But not as per chartered accountant. What is the main job of chartered accountant? Accounting, reporting. Reporting. Means with the completion of IPCC, we become accountant, but not chartered accountant. Means you will become chartered accountant only after completion of this subject. Only after completion of this subject, reporting. Can I say we have taken birth in this earth only for reporting purpose? Reporting. And we are doing that subject. Financial reporting. But what we report? Financial information or what? Your personal information. So this is not personal reporting, this is what? Financial reporting. Have you understood? So the name is what? Financial reporting. We are not doing any accounts here. Means you all are expert in journal entries, ledger, trial balance, balance sheet, PL, format, everything. After that, we need to become expert. Okay? Now, what is the content, sir? What we are going to learn? Everyone. I will say there are 3 parts. One is Ind accounting standard. One is accounting standard. One is guidance note. Do you know guidance note? Guidance note is also issued by it is not, it is recommendatory. Means if we do not have any accounting standard or Ind accounting standard, so ICAI will give a guidance for the accounting treatment. Okay? Okay? Guidance note plus other development. So entire course has been divided into 3 parts. India's, AS and guidance note. If I say as per content, so this will be 80% of entire syllabus. This will be, I will say 10%. This will be 10% as per content. Correct? Means, I will say the entire focus will be on what? Ind accounting standard. So anyone is saying ki FR is in 2 parts, Ind AS and other, it is wrong. FR now means Ind AS. Without the knowledge of Ind AS, we cannot learn what? FR. Okay? Now, the entire syllabus, you can now start writing. Whenever I write in good handwriting, write down. This is my good handwriting. Huh? Financial reporting, new syllabus, everything you write down. Acha, you need to maintain 2 register. Everyone, don't write this. two register. One, and the register should be ruled. Ruled page, not white page. Why? Because in exam you will be given what? Ruled. So we should have practice in writing what? Ruled page. Okay. The two register, one is for Monday to Saturday and one will be for Sunday. Means in Sunday I will take some other chapters. Okay? Are you getting? Means Monday to Saturday will be one area. In Sunday I will take some other chapter which is required to understand entire chapter. Entire chapter. Are you getting what I am saying? So Sunday make one separate notebook. One separate notebook. Correct? I will not give any homework because you do not have home. The fact is this, na? You do not have home. So there is no question of homework. But what I will do, believe me, I will not give any homework. Even though I will give, you will never do. This is a fact. But what I will do, I will give you some practice question. Because if you will not practice by your own, you will not understand whether you have understood the subject or not. So that will be only one question, yeah, 0 question for the day. Not more than one question. So that question you can do in the respective notebook. Means no extra notebook is required for what? Home assignment. Are you able to understand? Okay? But in my material, which till now you have not received, for your clarification, I will give you 4 modules. 4 modules of 1500 pages. 1500 pages, 15. Total. By one not, otherwise I will die. Okay, 1500 pages. So that will be the module. In that module, there will be 2 parts, class assignment and home assignment. Means when you will have some home, then do by your own. Are you getting what I am saying? Means that is extra question only for practice when you are doing revision. When you are doing revision. Are you getting? But all concept question, what is required, will be done in class. Means no new question will be in home assignment. No new question will be in home assignment. Now, about the subject. This entire syllabus you have started writing has been divided into 6 parts. First, we need to understand what actually subject is. Okay? Correct? Has been divided into 6 parts. First part will be of 10 to 15 marks. 10 to 15 marks. Weightage has been given 10 to 15 marks. Now what are included in this? That we need to understand. Right on? It will be AS, a guidance note, and framework for preparation and presentation of financial statement. Framework for preparation and presentation of financial statement. Okay? Now, this AS, everyone, is what? Excluding AS which are covered in CA intermediate CA intermediate is new syllabus. Okay. CA intermediate. CA intermediate. Excluding AS which are covered in CA intermediate. Correct? Means with the introduction of new syllabus, many accounting standards, whatever you have not done in your CA IPCC has been shifted towards CA intermediate. For example, you have not done AS 17 segment reporting, but now that is a part of what? CA intermediate syllabus. Okay? Correct. Means what are the AS which has not been shifted to CA intermediate, that will be in what? CA final. So we have AS 15, AS, I will not say the name, AS 15, AS 25 and AS 28 and AS 21, 23 and 27. Okay. This AS is 90% similar to corresponding Indias. 90% similar to corresponding Indias. For example, for AS 15 we have Indias 19, employee benefit. It is 90, I will say 95% same. So can you say when I have covered Indias, automatically AS 15 is covered? When I have covered the other Indias, automatically that AS will be covered. Means for this, I will take no extra time is required. It will be automatically covered with what? Indias. Now this is related to consolidation. Everyone try to understand. Means we have two types of consolidation in our syllabus. One is consolidation based on accounting standard. One is consolidation based on in accounting standard. Both are different. Correct? And the consolidation which is based on accounting standard has been also shifted to what? CA intermediate. But that is both in CA intermediate and CA final. Are you getting? But can I say in CA IPCC there was no consolidation? Means if you have done CA intermediate and came to CA final, I would have taken only 2 days for this chapter. But because now you do not have any knowledge about consolidation, therefore I need to start from the beginning. And therefore will take 6 to 7 days in this chapter. Because it was not a part of your syllabus. Are you able to understand? Correct? This presentation will take 30 minutes. 30 minutes of discussion. This guidance note, no extra time because will be covered in other chapter automatically. I'm adding all details at the first day so that you can compare after completion of what? Chapter, subject. Understood? This is the first part. Means can I say, this only I am saying 2 days. It is because you have not done consolidation, therefore we are taking 6 to 7 days. Means can I, in 3 days, this first part can be completed. And 3 days you can score what? 10 to 15 marks? 10 to 15 marks. Important. Every marks are important. Okay? Okay? Then, second part. Second part will cover 30 to 40 marks. Means you can say out of 100, 40 marks will be this. Means most important part for scoring. Means if you are able to score here, your marks decreases. Correct? Understood? This will have 2 chapters. One is consolidation based on Indias. Okay? In this, we'll take another 8 days, 7 to 8 days. Correct? And other Indias means excluding India's 1, India's 7, India's 102, India's 103, India's 102, 103, India's 32, 107 and 109. Apart from all other Indias will be in this other Indias section. So there are 40 Indias. Now it becomes 39. Because there were two Indias 18 and 11, which has been deleted, and new Indias came 115. So previously there were 40 Indias, now it become what? 39. So out of 39, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 39 minus 7? How much? So these two will cover 32 Indias. Are you able to understand? And these other Indias will take approximately from 28 to 30 days. Means you can see half of the syllabus will be in this only. Correct? Have you understood this point? Any doubt? No doubt. Second part. Most of the time will take for this second part only. Then third part is 10 to 15 marks. 10 to 15 marks. This will cover very good and simple and interesting chapter, business combination. Business combination, only one chapter, based on India's 103. One chapter, 15 marks, means compulsory question from this. This is nothing but amalgamation, whatever you have done, but advanced. Advanced. Correct? Understood? This will take approximately 6 days. 6, or it can be 7 also. Then, fourth part, which will cover 15 to 25 marks. 15 to 25 marks. This will cover 2 chapters. One is financial instrument. Have you heard about this? This chapter has changed the entire accounting. Entire accounting. One of the most interesting chapter. In this we'll do 3 Indias. India's 32, 109 and 107. Then one more, share-based payment. You have done ESOP. So it is the advanced version of what? ESOP. ESOP. Okay? Share-based payment. Payment. This will be as per India's 102. India's 102. Okay? This total means first chapter will take 8 days. 8 days. And second will take 4 days. Okay? Understood? Then, fifth part contain 5 to 15 marks, which is nothing but analysis of financial statement. So can I say, when I am saying analysis of financial statement, means we should talk about Schedule 3? Schedule 3, correct, of Companies Act 2013. Now Schedule 3 has two parts. One is Division 1. You have done Division 1. And other is what? Division 2. Division 1 format is based on AS. And Division 2 format is based on Ind AS. Means whenever there is a question based on AS, we should follow what? Division 1. And whenever there is a question based on Ind AS, we need to follow what? Division 2. So now we need to understand what is the format required for Division 2. Division 1, so you are expert. Correct now? Division 2 we need to understand. Okay? Are you getting? And in this we'll cover two Ind AS. Ind AS 1, which is presentation of financial statement, and Ind AS 7, which is cash flow statement. Ind AS 7. This will cover 5 to 15 marks. And this will take 3 to 5 days, depending upon discussion required. Correct? And because analysis of financial statement is in our syllabus, and Division 1 is also in our syllabus, therefore automatically all accounting standard which has been shifted toward intermediate is also in our syllabus. Understood? Means they may also ask question from AS2, whatever you have done. You can't say out of syllabus. So what we'll do, whenever we'll do corresponding Ind AS, we'll have a difference of both. Difference. So with the completion of Ind AS, we'll also complete what? Accounting standard. Means you will not understand that all accounting standard is automatically completed. Correct? Agreeing means our coverage will be full. I will not skip any point. AS also will do. But from the point of view of difference, we'll explain each and every difference. Understood? The last part. Sixth part is 5 to 15 marks. 5 to 15 marks. In this, we'll have guidance, no. We'll have miscellaneous topic. Which is related to development. Development in India or outside India. Correct? For example, we'll do here point number 1, carbon credit. Do you know about carbon credit? Yes or no? Have you heard? So accounting of carbon credit we'll discuss. We'll discuss about e-commerce. E-commerce business, website business, e-commerce. We'll discuss about CSR. What is CSR? So accounting related to that. Law, you know. Then we'll discuss value added statement. This will be our first chapter. I will start with this, value added statement. And 5 will be human resource reporting. Related to what? Human resource, they consider human resource to be an asset. So what is the development in that? We'll discuss. And last will be one theory chapter, integrated reporting. integrated reporting. This will be the part. This is the entire syllabus which I have jotted down. Understood? 100 marks. Paper will be of 120 marks. One question will be optional. I need to cover what? 100 marks paper. Okay? But whatever marks I have given now weighted, don't rely on that. Because this is institute. They will change the weightage whenever they want. Are you getting? Don't rely on that. Because this is a part of ICAI syllabus, I need to give this part whatever ICAI has given. But please don't rely on that. It might happen कि from the first part, they might give 30 marks question. It might happen. Are you getting? So we should not rely on that. We'll cover all topics from the point that from all topics questions are coming. From all the topics questions are coming. Have you understood this point? Okay? Correct? Any doubt? Bolo. Chalo. Now we'll start our first chapter of financial reporting. Okay? First chapter of what? Financial reporting. The chapter is value added statement. Value added statement. Batao, my class will be very much interactive, so please interact whatever I'm asking. Okay? Okay? So what is the meaning of value added? What is the meaning of value added? Additional value. Can I say it means addition to what? Value received. Value received. Correct? Addition to value received means right now in our class, whatever you are receiving value from me. And if you will not add something to that, then there is a question mark. Means if I am giving some value to you, but you are not doing revision, then that will be a question mark. You should add some value by your own. You should add some value by your own. And we pay tax only on what? Value added. Means can I say from your point of view, from your exam point of view, revision is more important than class. Revision is more important than class. So can I say value added means addition to value received. Can I say in simple word, I can say what is the cost and sale. In simple word, so can I say the cost plus profit is equal to what? Sale. Means if I am talking about trading organization, so this profit is nothing but what? Value added. This is value added. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So value added does not mean something extra. Value added is a part of profit. Value added is a part of profit. Are you getting? Means whenever we have calculated profit from SOPL, SOPL means statement of PL, that profit is nothing but a value added. That profit is value added. Have you understood this point? Correct? So value added, I can say, not entirely correct, but profit can be understood as what? Value added. Now coming to this chapter, my first question to you all, everyone try to understand the question. Everyone, when we prepare SOPL, you all have prepared SOPL, correct? So in that we write at the end net profit. Net profit. This net profit belong to whom? Please raise your hand and then say, this net profit belong to whom? This net profit belong to whom? Have you understood my question? When you have prepared SOPL, statement of PL, we calculate net profit. This net profit belong to whom? Net profit belong to, raise your hand. Net profit belong to shareholders. Any other answer? Batao. They said कि net profit belong to what? Shareholders. It is correct or wrong? Bolo, anyone? I want answer from everyone because everyone is not responding. It is correct or wrong? It is net profit is always after tax, huh? We say provision for tax, then we calculate net profit. So then nothing is tax here. So net profit belong to whom? Shareholders. Net profit belong to whom? Net profit belong to whom? Any other answer? Any other answer? Any other answer? Who is saying? Stakeholder. Who is stakeholder? Everyone. Who are stakeholder? Define stakeholder. Define stakeholder. Define. One, please. Define stakeholder. Include shareholders and management. Means manager remuneration is a part of net profit. Nalayak. Net profit is after director remuneration. When I say nalayak, don't feel, because this is my what? Punch mark. Punching. Nalayak means you are a good student, you will pass here. So I was biggest nalayak. And because of that reason I become CA. So what I am saying, if you are nalayak, you will become chartered accountant. So stakeholder does not include manager. This net profit is after what? I don't know what definition you have done. Net stakeholder is wrong. Any more answer? Employee. It will. Net profit belong to employee. Oh my God. Net profit is after salary. Employee benefit expense. Okay, sir? Nothing. You say, even though you are doing mistake is a part of life. If you do mistake, we are what? Human being. If we are not doing mistake, we are animal. Anyone? Honors? Honors? Owners of an entity. So why shareholder? He said owner of an entity means shareholder. Who is the owner of partnership firm? Who is the owner of a company? So you are saying indirectly shareholder? Means owner include everyone? Okay, shareholders or partner or proprietor. Now okay? Any other answer? Bolo. You have one chance to react in class, and I will prove one thing today only. Promoter. Who are promoter? Promoter also what? Holding shares. They are also what? Shareholders. So if you say shareholders, promoter is inclusive. Any more? Company. Who said? Company means? Very good. Now I got the answer. This net profit belong to not only shareholders, this belong to shareholders and what? Entity. And entity. This net profit does not belong to shareholder. This net profit belong to shareholders and what? Entity. Have you understood what you have done in IPCC? You have not realized this fact. And in CPD, the first concept you have done, separate entity concept, means we are here to calculate profit for entity or profit for shareholder. Profit for entity, not profit for shareholders. Can I say from this net profit, first we'll pay dividend, and whatever balance profit retain, that belong to what? Entity, for their expansion, for their modernization, for their capitalization, etc. Are you getting? So entire net profit will never be distributed to what? Shareholders. So this net profit belong to how many percent? 2%. This net profit belong to how many percent? 2%. Shareholders and entity. Now, you have done separate entity concept. What is the meaning of separate entity concept? We will do accounting from whose point of view? Entities or shareholder? Entities. So can you say we should calculate profit for entity? We should not calculate profit for shareholders. But why in SOPL we are calculating profit for both? Can you say our first concept violated with SOPL? Our basic concept was separate entity concept. Separate entity concept says do accounting from whose point of view? Entity's point of view. Means we should calculate profit for whom? Entity, not for what? Shareholders and entity. Bolo yes or no? Are you able to understand? So kahin na kahin, can I say we are violating which concept? We are violating which concept? Entity concept, correct? Are you able to understand what I am saying? But nothing to worry. Because this is a format, we cannot alter this. This is a specific format given by Schedule 3. But can I say, when you transfer this net profit to what? Balance sheet. In balance sheet you write net profit, in balance you write reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus. And reserve and surplus is always after what? Dividend. Reserve and surplus is always after dividend. Means in balance sheet we are applying which concept? Entity concept. Are you able to understand? So I can say SOPL is prepared from entity concept point of view, but we are calculating net profit for two persons, shareholders and entity, from which dividend will be distributed and balance will be shown where? Under the head reserve and surplus. Means reserve and surplus means retained profit, and that retained profit belong to whom? Entity. Understood this point? Correct? Means can I say, whenever we say profit, profit means 2%. Retained profit means 1%. So whenever I am saying profit, profit means net profit. Net profit belong to how many person? 2%, shareholders and entity. Now, everyone, this you have understood 2%. But why 2%? Why this 2%? Now, everyone try to understand. See, when I talk about business, everyone, business. To run a business, we require 6 different persons. For example, we require employee, but without employee, can we run the business? No. Without employee, we cannot run the business. Even we can't teach without employee. We can't teach now. So for every business, employee is required. Second, we require manager. Managers are also employed, but at highest level, who will manage the entire organization. Employee will not manage, but manager will manage the entire organization. So managers are required, means directors are required. Bolo yes or no? Directors are required. Can I say these two will provide what? Services to the business. And for the services, will pay what? Salary to them. Means business will pay salary. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct? Then, we also require funds. Fund, resource. Means can I say we require shareholder. And they will give what? Capital. And also, if the shareholders is insufficient to bring entire fund, then we'll go to what? Financer. So we'll ask fund from whom? Financer. So financer also play an important role. Bolo yes or no? Without financer, we cannot run the business. I will say it is not capital, but it is a part of fund. Capital employed. If you have done capital employed, we add what? Borrowing also. In FM, you have done capital employed. So capital employed is inclusive of what? Borrowing. So can I say we require capital fund? So capital fund. For this we pay what? Batao. Either dividend or what? Interest. Whatever name you can say. Either it will be dividend or interest. Any doubt? Correct? So we require service from employee, we require service of manager, we require fund of shareholders, we require fund from finance. What more we require? Batao. Everyone, try to understand. Suppose I want to start a business. What more I require? Bolo. Huh? Customer. Customer will depend upon my capacity. That will be after business. Customer, supplier will find. To start a business, we require what? Investment done by shareholders and financiers. Resources. Resources means asset. Asset means infrastructure. Resources. Very good. We require resources. Resources means asset. Asset means infrastructure. For example, I am conducting a face-to-face class. So I want projector. I want board. I want laptop. I want benches. I require AC. I require what? Fan. Who will provide this? Who will provide? Shareholders or entity? Who will provide this? Shareholders or entity? Entity. Means, can I say we require entity? Entity is different than what? Shareholders, entity is a different artificial person. It is an artificial person. Are you able to understand? Means can I say we require the help of entity, and also we require external infrastructure. Bolo yes or no? We require road. We require roads. Bolo yes or no? We require what? Transportation facility, communication facility, whatever, metro, etc. So that will be provided by whom? Government. That will be provided by government. Are you getting? Without government, we cannot run any organization because we will not create external infrastructure by your own. Are you able to understand? The government will create external infrastructure on behalf of us and will create internal infrastructure for our purpose as per our requirement. As per our requirement. Means these two will provide what? Infrastructure. Infrastructure. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Okay? To entity, we will pay retained profit. Bolo yes or no? Retained profit that belong to entity, and to government will pay what? Tax. To government will pay tax. Can I say without these 6%, we cannot do any business. We cannot do any business. My question to you all, if a business is unable to pay remuneration to employee, whether we should continue business? No. If any business is unable to pay interest to financial, whether we should continue the business? No. Whether, can I say in simple word, a business should earn minimum this profit? Salary plus dividend plus interest plus retained profit plus what? Tax? This much profit? Are you able to understand? This total is known as what? Value added. This total is known as what? Value added. In simple and clear point I have said, the total of this, whatever payment you have done to employee, payment to what? Directors, payment to government, payment to entity, payment to financial, payment to shareholder, the total will be known as what? Value added. Means can I say value added means profit of how many percent? 6%. Means when we calculate profit of 6%, that is what? Value added. When we calculate profit of 2%, only what? Entity and shareholder, that is what? Net profit. And when we say profit of only entity, that is retained profit. That is retained profit. Are you able to understand? Correct? Are you getting? Means can I say we are not thinking about entity, we are thinking about more than entity? This together is known as what? Enterprise. This together is known as what? Enterprise. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Means when we think about only entity, we prepare SOPL. When we think about enterprise, we'll prepare which statement? Value added statement. Value added statement. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Correct? Have you understood? Means value added statement, we will calculate profit for how many percent? 6%. First, employees. Second, directors. Third, shareholders. Fourth, finance. Fifth, entity. Sixth, government. Together is known as what? Value added. The chapter over. The concept is this much only. Of course, we need to take many questions. Have you understood? This was the concept part. Now, believe me, if I give SOPL means profit of 2%. Can you convert profit of 2% to profit of 6%? Yes. You can easily calculate profit of 2% into what? Profit of 6%. Means in exam they will give what? SOPL. We need to convert SOPL into what? Value added statement. Value added statement. This is a chapter of 8 to 10 marks. Means if they will ask question, it will carry 8 to 10 marks. I don't know whether they will ask question from this topic or not. But normally they ask. As per old syllabus is concerned, because this was also in old syllabus. Have you understood? 8 marks chapter. Very easy. Convert SOPL into what? Value added statement. Now everyone. So why value added statement? Because can I say it is not a part of financial statement? Means can I say it is not mandatory? It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory. Means value-added statement is not mandatory in India. Any entity can include value-added statement voluntarily in their annual report. Are you getting what I am saying? Any entity can voluntarily include value-added statement in their annual report. The first company in India who has adopted value-added statement in the annual report was Britannia Industries Limited. Now there are other companies who are also preparing what? Value-added statement. But can I say it is not mandatory? Means now question is coming, sir, if it is not mandatory, why you are teaching? Bole yes or no? This is the question? Huh? Very good. One of the answer, future it might be mandatory. Second, try to understand, suppose if you have not done value-added statement yahan par, you become CA and you have taken one job and that entity is preparing value-added statement, what you will say? It is not in our syllabus. Can you say what ICAI think, whatever related to reporting you should learn? Even though mandatory or non-mandatory. Whatever related to reporting, you should know everything because you are chartered accountant. Chartered accountant. Understood? Correct? Any doubt? Any doubt? Correct? Write down. Point number 1. Everyone? Value-added statement we'll call it प्यार से VAS is not mandatory in India. I don't know about Pakistan. Correct? However, it was first included in the annual report of which country? Huh? Which country I am asking? It is Britain, UK. UK, no, I said company. Sorry. My mistake. Country, which country? It was Britain. Company was also Britannia. Country is also what? Britain. So first in the year 1970s, first time it was introduced by Britain and they have make it mandatory for what? All companies to report what? Value-added statement. What are the advantages? I will inform you after taking one question. Then only you can understand what actually value-added statement means. Okay? Point number 2. Value-added statement is prepared as per enterprise concept, whereas SOPL means is prepared as per entity concept. Even though we are calculating profit for 2%, but this will be as per entity concept only. Correct? As per entity concept. Any doubt? Point number 3. Value added, VA means value added, is collective effort of following person for what? Creation of wealth. Batao, one by one. Point number 1. Employee. Second, directors. But sometimes we include these two together because both are what employee. Directors are also employee, na? Correct? Point number 3, government. Point number 4, provider of capital. Provider of capital. I'm not writing shareholder. I'm writing provider of capital. Point number 5, provider of finance. But when I am saying finance, it will be always long term, not short term. Because capital employed consists of long term. Short term is only for what? Day-to-day activities. Correct? Correct? That is not for infrastructure, etc. Point number 6. Who left? Entity. Entity? Correct? Any doubt? Then I doubt. Point number 6%. Now you have understood what we pay to this person. The total of that will be what? Value added? Value added. Okay? Then add on point number 4. Value added statement can be prepared in 2 ways. One is gross value added. The other will be what? Net value added. We'll call it प्यार से GVA and NVA. But this is not gross profit and net profit, okay? Point number 5, NVA is equal to GVA minus what? Depreciation. Why? I will explain, don't worry. Understood? Correct? We'll take a break of 15 minutes today, and we'll meet after 15-minute break at right time. Okay? Correct? Now coming to value added statement, sir, what is the format? What? Because every statement we say cash flow statement, we have done the format. With the SOP there was a format, balance sheet there was a format. So every statement need to have some format. So write down format. Of value added statement. Format of value added statement. Looking, no prescribed format, because it is not mandatory. So Companies Act has not prescribed any format. Understood? So sir, which format will follow in our exam? So will follow format as per ICAI solution. As per ICAI solution. Have you understood? Because we are giving ICAI exam, so we need to follow that format only. It means once you become chartered accountant and you are preparing value added statement voluntarily, then you can modify the format. You can modify the format as per your requirement. As per your requirement. Have you understood this point? Correct? Means whatever format I am giving right now, that is only from exam point of view. Only from exam point of view. Correct? Okay? So write down. Value added statement of such and such company for the year ended whatever year end. It will be a vertical format with one amount column. Other will be what? Particular. You know party? Particular. Rupees. You should write down rupees in whatever. 1,000, crore, lakhs, as per the information given in the question. We'll start with what? Sales. And in this we'll add direct income. Direct income means other operating income. Other operating. Operating means related to business. Operating income. Can you give me some examples of other operating income apart from sales? Scrap. Very good. Sale of scrap. Any more example? Bolo. Interest is non-operating. For bank it will be operating. But we are talking about trading and manufacturing organization. Okay? So discount. Discount. Commission. Commission. Royalty. Royalty income. Etc. Which is related to business. That will be what? Your other direct income. We will total it and we write down total A. Correct? You are writing with me, okay? Okay? Then from this total we'll deduct cost of bought in material, bought in, BOUGSTIN, bought in material and services used services used. This is not cost of goods sold. Means this will include all cost excluding what? Batao. All cost excluding what? Excluding payment to this 6 person. Bole yes or no? All cost excluding payment to this person. Now you know what we pay to this person. Means we want to calculate profit before payment to this 6 person. The cost will not include that expenses. So what can be the heading? Can I say there can be production expenses? But production expenses will exclude what? Very good. Can I write down excluding employee cost? Employee cost? Are you able to understand? Then what? We write down administrative expenses, but excluding what? Excluding, can I say it may also include employee cost? Employee cost and what? And director remuneration. Director remuneration. Correct now? Excluding admin expense. Then what? We write down selling and distribution expenses. But can I say in this also there may be salesman salary? So excluding what? Excluding employee cost. Employee cost. Okay. Then finance expenses means interest. But can I say this will be excluding interest to whom? Very good. Interest to long term na. Long term loan means if there is a bank overdraft, so that interest will be considered because bank overdraft is short term. Are you getting? So when I am saying financer, so from that 6% point of view, that financer is long term financer. Long term financer. Correct? Any doubt? Then what will come? Tax expenses. Tax expenses, write down only recovered tax. Now what is recovered tax? That I need to explain. I can say all indirect tax are what? Recovered, and direct tax are non-recovered. Means this tax expense will be excluding what? Direct tax. But then also some explanation is required. I will deal with that part. This will be total. Total B. Total B. Correct? And A minus B, A, total A I have written, then total B. A minus B will be known as value added by trading or manufacturing activities. Means this chapter we are doing only from the point of view trading and manufacturing activities. Means any company which is providing services, for example, my business, for that we can't prepare what? Value added statement. So it can be either trading or manufacturing activities. So this is value added by trading or manufacturing activities. In this we'll add indirect income. Indirect income means non-operating in nature. Non-operating. Can you give me some example? Interest, very good. Interest. Interest. Then what? Dividend. Etc. Okay? We can also write down rental income. Rent. There are many examples, profit on sale, whatever. Okay? So these are indirect income we should write down separately. So this plus this will be known as gross or net value added. Either gross or net value added. Batao. If it is net, so we have also deducted what? Depreciation. Are you getting? So can I say in the cost already depreciation has been deducted. So it becomes net value added. And if you are not deducting depreciation, this is what? Gross value added. Now why gross, why net, that I need to explain. Okay? This you understood? Format. Then this will be gross or net value added before extra ordinary item. Can I say now as per accounting standard we have extraordinary item, but as per in accounting standard we do not have extraordinary item, because this statement, yeah, solution given by institute was based on accounting standard. They have given what? Extraordinary item. Are you getting what I am saying? So nothing to worry. If there is extraordinary item, means they want to disclose it what? Separately in exam. Okay? So we'll write down gross or net value added before what? Extraordinary item. And separately we write down what? Extraordinary item. Extraordinary items. Correct? This will be gross or net value added after what? After, can I write down EOI? Extraordinary item. I am not fast. Are you able to write down? Anyone have any difficulty? Need to say today only. Speed is correct? Bolo. Yeah, it should be more slower. Is correct now? Okay? Chalo. Now, but this profit belong, this value added belong to how many persons? So can I say after yaad karo, after calculation of net profit we do appropriation. So here also we need to write down what? Appropriation part. Ki this profit belong to whom? So that will be known as application part. Ki this value added is applied towards whom? Applied towards whom? So there are two parts. First is what? Calculation part. Then application part. Application part. So we will extend this statement. Means it is a part. Extension is a part of this. And now we'll make two columns. Here. First column will be amount and second column will be in percentage. In percentage. So extend this means it is a part of one statement only. Make two column, two amount column, one will be amount, other will be percentage. Okay? And here we write down application of GVA or NVA. Correct? तो बताओ. It will be applied to whom? Employee. Correct? So whatever you have paid to employee, you should write down यहाँ पर. Then also in percentage form. Then to what? Directors. To directors. The total should come and in percentage. Then to government. Then to provider of capital. Correct? Then to provider of finance. Then what? To entity. That will be the balance retained profit. Okay, this total will be equal to what? GVA or NVA. And this percentage should be 100% total. This is the statement. As simple as. Very simple. Correct? Now, only question and what? Solution. I think from format point with no explanation required. No explanation required. But before going to question, let us deal with some points. First is, why GVA, NVA? This you have written, everyone? Okay? GVA. Why GVA, why NVA? What is GVA, what is NVA? And why depreciation? This must be a doubt. Of course, now. Why NVA we are deducting depreciation? One thing, this is not gross profit, this is not net profit, correct? Now, do you know GDP? GDP? What is GDP? Gross domestic product. What is the meaning of GDP? Batao. Value of what? Goods. Value of goods and services provided or produced by whom? Produced by whom? By company or country? By a particular economic environment. That is by what? A country. So GDP means value of goods and services produced by a particular country. Can I say to find out the growth of any country, net profit, we are calculating net profit of country or GDP of country? GDP. So what is net profit, what is GDP? That we need to understand. Can I say in this way, everyone try to understand, GVA is nothing but value of goods and services produced by a company. Are you getting what I am saying? Ki what is value received, we deducted. So whatever left is what? Value of goods and services produced. Are you able to understand what I have written here? Cost of bought-in material and services received, used. So whatever balance portion, that is what? Value of goods and services produced. Value of goods and services produced Means can I say if we calculate value added for all companies and we add, it will become what? GDP. Means can I say if we add net profit of all companies, that is not equal to what? That is not equal to what? GDP. It means for calculation of what? GDP, we want value added by a company. Value added by a company. Means can I say from our financial statement, means from our SOPL, we are not able to find out what? GDP of country. And can I say for country we require GDP. For country we require GDP. Means can I say for calculation of GDP, GVA is required. Even though it is not mandatory, but it should be prepared or not? It should be prepared. This is the importance of GVA. This is the importance of GVA. Have you understood this point? It is not mandatory. I don't know about future. It might happen that after some time Companies Act says also prepare what? Value added statement. Okay? Now, what was NDP? Net domestic product. Do you remember the formula? It was GDP minus what? Depreciation. Oh, अच्छा, ये बात. Same thing. NVM is what? GVA minus depreciation. Have you understood? Means this formula has been derived from GDP and NDP. GDP and NDP. So NDP means what? Also deduct what? Depreciation from GDP. Therefore, if you are calculating NVA, deduct what? Depreciation of that enterprise. Depreciation of that enterprise. This you understood? Correct? Now question arises, we should prepare GVA or NVA from exam point of view. GVA or NVA, I will say as per the information given in the question. Whatever they have required. If they ask GVA, calculate GVA. If they ask what? NVA. But if question is silent, then what? Then what? Then both? No, no. But which is more popular, GDP or NDP? So we'll prepare what? GVA. What is more popular, that will select na. So if question is silent, we'll always go for what? GVA, because GDP is more popular than what? NDP. Whenever we think about growth of any country, we always report what? GDP, not NDP. Have you understood this point? Correct? So from exam point of view, you can write down one note. Note. From exam point of view, prepare which statement? GVA statement. If question is silent. If question is silent means question is not providing any information. Correct? Understood? This point you understood. First note. Okay? Second note. About tax. About tax. So whether tax will be expense or application. When I say expense means it is in the first part of statement. When I am saying application means it is in the second part of statement. Are you getting what I am saying? Expense means what? We need to write down here. In this part. And when I am saying application, we should write down here. So payment of tax to government, it is indirect tax as well as for direct tax. So whether it will be application or expense, that is a doubt. Correct? So what I have said, कि all non-recovered tax, non-recovered from whom? Hat nalayak. You recover, non-recovered from customer, government. Non-recovered from customer. Okay, sir? So all non-recovered tax. For example, income tax. Can you give me another example? Bolo. Income tax. wealth tax. Any more example? Bolo. Property tax. Very good. Property tax. Also we call it municipal tax. Or what? Can I say CDT, corporate dividend tax? Dividend tax. You might be calling it DDT also. Either corporate dividend tax or dividend distribution tax. Whatever you want to write down. So these are the examples of what? Non-recovered tax. Means I can say what is direct tax. These are all examples of what? Direct tax. So can I say this will be application to government. Application to government. Correct? Now the balance whatever left is what? I will not write non-recovered. I will not write recovered. I will write down indirect tax. Now, indirect tax are of two types. Can you give me some examples of indirect tax? GST and customs. Custom duty. Now, indirect tax are of two types. One is credit is available. You know credit? Credit is available. And credit is not available. Are you able to understand what I have written? Credit is available. Means input credit is available. You are paid at a time of purchase, then at time of sale you recover, then adjustment you can do. So when credit is available, my question to you all, whatever you are paid, whether it is an expense or application. Batao. It will be an expense or application. How many are saying application? How many are saying expense? So what balance are doing? Nothing. How many are saying nothing? So everyone need to participate, huh? Please. I want everyone participation. Okay? It is nothing to think, nothing to assume anything about yourself. Once again, how many are saying application? Think and say whatever wrong answer is also acceptable. How many are saying expense? How many are saying nothing? Let us understand. Now, after explanation, you need to say, okay? One answer is correct. Now, I want everyone should give what? Correct answer. Everyone should give correct answer. Now, but when you purchase, what is the journal entry? Batao? Purchase. Purchase account debit. GST. GST you write input. Input GST na. Or we can add on GST receivable. Receivable or input GST, whatever is, both are correct. To bank, yeah, to creditor. Are you getting what I am saying? Suppose this is 100. Then at the time of sale, what journal entry? Bank or debtor. Account debit to what? Sales. To what? GST payable. GST payables. For example, 120. Then what you will do? GST payable, how much? 120 to GST receivable 100 to what? bank, बताओ how much you have transferred to PL? 20. How much you have transferred to PL? बोलो. How much you have transferred to SOPL? Nothing. Can I say this receivable means asset? This payable means what? Liability? And you have recovered from customer? 20 rupees you recover and paid to government. Whether it is your expense? If it is not an expense, question of application will not arise. Means it is neither expense nor application. Neither expense nor application. Whether it will be transferred to SOPL? No. So if credit is available, the question that it will never be in your SOPL. So if it is not in SOPL, then question of application will not arise. Understood? So we can write down यहाँ पर neither expense nor application. Nor application. This point you understood? This point you understood? Have you understood? So whenever you are answering, please take some time. You can take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then answer. Okay? Whenever you think, you will give me correct answer. Whenever you will not think, you will give me wrong answer. Okay? And I will prove in class, you will give me wrong answer because we answer without thinking. Okay? Now, second is what? When credit is not available. When credit is not available, तो बताओ. First, I will not ask now. First, what will be journal entry? My journal entry will be purchase, account debit. Now GST na. Now it is not GST receivable, it is GST account, means it is an expense account. It is an expense account. Are you able to understand? To bank. Are you able to understand? Now, at a time of sale, what will be my journal entry? Bank account debit to sales. Bank account debit to sales. Are you able to understand? Okay? Think and say. Apply AS2 if you have done. Of course you have done. But this GST, whether it will be transferred to PL or added to inventory. Added to inventory. Added to the cost price of inventory. Bolo. Whether it will be charged to PL or added to cost price of inventory. Cost price of inventory. Correct? Are you able to understand? Means, can I say when you are adding to cost, means it is recovered from customer? If it is recovered from customer, then it becomes recovered tax. Recovered tax. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Means now there can be 2 points. यहाँ पर if recovered from whom? Customer. Then treated as what? Treated as expense. Treated as expense. If not recovered, which is not possible, everyone will recover. But chalo, from exam point of view, they have stated that it is not recovered from customer. हो सकता है in composite scheme, you know composite scheme? In that case, we are not recovering. It might be possible. It might be possible. So if you are not recovering, not recovered from customer, it means you are paying to government. Then it become what? Application. Then it become application to government. Are you getting? So if you are recovering, it means it is you are not paying to government. You have recovered and you have paid. So it become an expense. And when you are not recovering from customer, you are paying from your pocket, then it become what? Application to government. Have you understood? But if question is silent, but you will treat expense or application? Expense. Very good. If question silent, treat it as what? Expense. Because mostly it will be recovered. Understood this point? Any doubt? Doubt? You can ask. Simple. Means all direct tax are non-recovered. Therefore, that is application. Indirect tax might be what? Recovered or non-recovered depending upon their nature. So if it is recovered, expense. If non-recovered, then what? Application. But if the credit is available, the question of expense and application will not arise. Understood this point? Chalo. This you understood. Any doubt? Okay. As a first class, I teach from the first class, okay? I will not say this is a first class because syllabus is very vast and you have given me a limited time, that is what? 70 days. And in 70 days, I need to teach and I need to make you expert. I need to teach and I need to make you expert also. So limited time, this is limited time. Give me 100 days, I will do hallu hallu. Are you able to understand? Which you will not give and I will also not take. Correct? Have you understood? 100 days will be not acceptable from exam point. You can complete one subject in 30 days. Okay? Now, third point, note number 3. Note 1, note 2 I have given. Then this is note number 3. About income tax. Special point we are dealing. Because it might happen, this knowledge you do not have right now. Now when we say income tax expense in SOPL, but what does it mean? When I say income tax expense, after PBT we write down tax expense. What is the meaning of tax expense? Bolo. It's a combination of what? It is combination of current tax and what? Deferred tax. Do you know deferred tax? Anyone who don't have an idea of deferred tax? Anyone who have no idea about deferred tax? Everyone have heard about what? Deferred tax. Correct? Bole yes or no? But you don't know what is this. I also know that. Because till now you have not done what? AS 22 or Ind AS 12. So we'll become expert in deferred tax when we'll complete the respective Ind AS. So don't worry about that. We'll become expert in that when the Ind AS 12 will come. Are you able to understand? Now, this current tax, what is our journal entry? PL account debit to current tax. Okay? Means can I say this current tax, no doubt, it is payable to whom? Government. So this is application to what? Government. It is application to government because it is payable. It is payable as per Income Tax Act. Current tax means what is payable as per Income Tax Act. So that is payable to government, it become application. Now, deferred tax means what? Only I'll give a brief idea. It is future tax due to past transactions. Due to past transactions. Future tax due to what? Past transaction. Means transaction already occurred, but we need to pay tax in future. Either we'll pay tax or we'll save tax. Either we'll pay tax or we'll save some tax. Are you getting? So if in future, everyone try to understand. If it is payable, we call it DTL, deferred tax liability. And if it is recoverable, we call it what? DTA. DTA. Are you able to understand? I'm just giving an idea. Huh? Nothing to worry about concept, because you will become expert when only will come to Ind AS 12. Means write down, for expert refer what? Ind AS 12. Okay? Means, can I say what will be journal entry for this? PL account. It will be also charged. PL account debit to DTL. And this is what? DTA account debit to what? PL. This journal entry we pass. Now, can I say, even though this is DTL, but this is not payable right now? The government is payable is only what? This. Means, can I say this is only we have retained profit. We have retained profit for future payment. Means this is actually payable in future, not payable in current year. Therefore, this will be known as retained profit, and it will be application to what? Entity. This will be considered as application to entity. Every retained profit will be used in future. For whatever purpose? For whatever purpose. So can you see we are retaining profit right now for future payment of tax. It is not payable right now, because payable is only what? PL account debit to current tax. Have you understood this point? Correct? So write down. This will be considered as what? Application to entity. Application to entity. Any doubt? Bolo. Correct? So any deferred tax will be considered as application to entity. Any current tax will be considered as application to government. Application to government. Understood? Very good. This also done. Last point before coming to one question. Note number 4. Don't worry. I am there, nothing to worry. Note number 4 is depreciation. Depreciation. When I am saying depreciation, it will include also amortization. So I said depreciation for tangible asset, amortization for intangible asset. Both are same but. Okay? Now, one thing you understood that it will depend upon what we are calculating, gross or. So in case of gross value added, can I say it is not deducted? Means it is not an expense, correct? In case of net value added, it is deducted, means considered as what? Expense. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So can I say in case of net value added, it is an expense? Any doubt? So when you are, net value added, when you are calculating net value added, depreciation will be treated as what? Expense. Treated as expense. Any doubt about this? Treated as expense? Means when you are calculating gross value added, we are not deducting. Now this depreciation will be what? This depreciation will be application to whom? Batao. It will be, of course, if it is not an expense, it will be an application. So it will be an application to which person? Batao. Government, entity, shareholders, financer, employee, or directors? Batao. Entity. Very good. Whatever left. Can the journal entries PL account debit to depreciation? So it is also a retained profit for replacement of fixed asset in future. If you have done objective, the main objective of depreciation in CPT class, they have said retained profit for replacement of asset at the end of what? useful life. You remember this objective? Chodo. Understood? So there are two viewpoints, either expense or retained profit. So we'll treat it what? Application to entity. That is retained profit. That is retained profit. Simple. All point done. Now we can take any question. Any question we can take. Means now I can give homework if you have understood format also. All question homework. You can do by your own. Only now what? SOPL convert that into what? Value added statement. Of course we should take one question. Bolo. Any doubt? One question, only one question will do today. Not more than that. Correct? Chalo. So you have this question. Okay? Question number 1. Okay, let us read. Given below is the PL account of Crimco Limited. Profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 1999. Income rupees in 1000, sales, other income. For sales they have given note number 1. This is not for other income, it is for sales only. One correction is there. Expenditure operating cost they have given note number 2. Then GST. Oh. But if GST is coming in SOPL, it means credit is available or not available? Not available. If question is silent, we'll assume what? Expense or application? Expense. Have you understood this point? My notes are super. You can understand everything. Correct? Means from note you can understand entire chapter. Understood this point? Then. Interest on bank overdraft, but the expense application. Bank overdraft, short term, long term? Short term. Expense application? Expense. Interest on 10% debenture. Expense application? Application. What is this? Where is? Debenture will not be short term now. So we have an idea about that. Correct? So any interest paid to debenture will be what? Application or expense? Application. Coming. Then profit before depreciation, less depreciation. But if you are preparing GBA, this depreciation is what? Expense or application? Application to whom? Entity. And if you are doing NBA, it is an expense or application? Expense. Understood? Then profit before tax, provision for tax. If suppose it is a current tax, then what? Application to expense. It is an income tax. Provision for tax is always income tax, not GST. We never prepare provision for GST. It is always what? Provision for income tax, correct? So it is an application or expense? Application. And if it is deferred tax? Application to entity. Some note will be given, note number 4 is given. Okay? Then profit after tax, less transfer to fixed asset replacement reserve. But any reserve we are creating, that is what? Retained profit. Retained profit belong to whom? Entity. So this will be application to entity. Then dividend paid and payable belong to whom? Shareholders. So application to whom? Shareholders. Shareholders. Then whatever left, retained profit, this belong to whom? Entity. So this retained profit will be to entity. Over. Then some note. Note number 1 is bekar. This means sales represent the invoice value of goods supplied after deducting discount, return and sales tax. Sales tax delete, huh? The old question. Now there is no sales tax. Okay. Operating costs include 10,247 as wages, salaries and other benefit to employee. Means operating costs will exclude what? This amount? And this will be what? Application to employee. So easy. You must be thinking, sir, why this chapter is in CA Final? Correct now? Then bank overdraft is treated as temporary source of finance. Oh my God, we know. Thank you very much. We know this point now. Thank you very much. Then charges of taxation means provision for tax include a transfer of 45 to the credit of Deferred tax account. Means, but when I am saying credit to deferred tax account, it is DT or DTL? DT or DTL? You are saying L, na? Liability. Very good. So it is PL account debit to DTL. But the application to whom? Entity. Means out of total provision for tax 275, how much application to entity? 45. Balance will be application to government. You are required to prepare value added statement. Whenever question is silent, you will prepare what? Gross value added. As on 31st March 1999, reconcile total value added with PBT. Will do reconciliation. Exam, this question have been asked in old syllabus, November 2011 for 8 marks. Means can I say bonus marks? Without any effort, you are getting 8 out of 8. 8 out of 8. No effort. No effort. Whatever effort I have done. Your effort for this revision is also not required. Revise before exam, you will be able to write. You will be able to write. Understood? Can we do this question? Okay, so you need to rely on me for answer because you do not have question. So whatever I am writing, that will be correct. Okay? Okay? Chalo, start करेंगे. I think you have understood the question now. Bolo. Write down. We write down. Question number 1. Page number 6. Page number 6. Write down. Gross value added statement of which company? Oh, you remember? Of Cream Co. You know Cream? You know Co? Cream Co Limited. For the year ended. For the year ended 31st March 1999. That also you remember. Very good. Bata. Can we start? We'll make one column. We write down amount. Rupees in what? That also you remember. Good memory. Particulars. ठीक है? अच्छा, reporting means what? Presentation. So presentation should be proper in CA final. Reporting means presentation. So your answers should be in a good presentable way, even though you have worst handwriting. So presentation does not mean good handwriting. Even though your handwriting is worst, you should write down in a presentable way. Okay? Okay? Then, that down. Sales. Sales. There is no adjustment. We write down 28,525. 28,525. Check करो. 28,525. ठीक है? Then add what? We write down direct income. Whether they have given any other income. Let's see. They have given other income. Now if question is silent, we'll assume this is non-operating income. As per institute solution. Correct? So other income, question is silent whether it is operating or non-operating. So what will assume? Non-operating. Means direct income is nil. Means direct income is nil. Correct? Nil. So total A. 28,525. Easy. बताओ. After this what we write? बोलो. Cost of bought in, material and services used. You are supposed to write this only in exam. Services used. So one by one, they have given first word operating cost. But operating cost include what? Employee cost, na? So we'll deduct. The total is 25658 minus. So you can see operating cost is 25658. From this, what will deduct? 10,247. 10,247. What is the amount? 15,411. Very good. Okay. Then should we write GST? Yes or no? Yes. Why? Because we have assumed what? Recovered. Recovered. It is 1718. 1718. बताओ, should we write down interest on bank overdraft? Interest on bank overdraft, that is 93. Should we write down depreciation? Yes or no? No. Interest on debenture? No. Done. Total. We write down total B. What is the total B? 17,000 triple 2. Batao. This will be value added by what? Trading or manufacturing activities. Bata how much? 11,303. You can add on A minus B. Correct? Then we'll add what? Indirect income. So we have assumed all other income are what? Indirect income. So indirect income is 756. Let's see. It is 756. Okay. 756. This will be known as what? Gross or net? Gross. Gross value added. How much? 12,059. But the answer is not yet completed. Easy? Very good. Now I think you have understood this is bonus marks, na? Correct? Now we have 3 categories of chapters in our syllabus. One is very, very, very simple. One is very, very simple. And one is what? Very simple. This is in this category. Very, very, very simple. Okay? All categories are what? Simple. Okay? It might be thoda interesting, but all are simple topic. I teach only simple thing. I can't teach complicated subject. Therefore, I came to what? FR. Costing, SFM, DT, IDT. FR is very simple. ठीक है ना? तो application बताओ. Application of GVA. We write down amount, We write down what? Percentage. Percentage will do at the end. But the first to whom? To employ. But the how much? 10,247. There is no director remuneration they have given. Thank you very much. Then what? To provider of finance. This you can write down in any order, okay? Provider of finance. So we need to find out what is the interest to long-term debenture now. But how much? Is how much? 1157, okay? So we write down 1157. Then, to provider of what? Capital. So we need to find out how much dividend paid and payable. Dividend paid and payable. Let's see how much dividend paid and payable. How much? 45. So write down 45. Correct? Then to whom? Government. So we need to find out income tax excluding what? Deferred tax. So let us find out. To provision for income tax, how much given? 275. And how much deferred tax? 45. So what will do? 275 minus what? 45. How much? 230. Then last one is what? To entity. But the two entity. Can you give me separate? How much deferred tax? Deferred tax, write down inner, 45. Then how much depreciation? How much depreciation? How much depreciation? 255. 255. Correct? Last will be what? Retain. Now there is one reserve also now. So retain profit and there is one reserve. Fixed asset replacement reserve. These two will come. Fixed asset replacement reserve. Let us find out. But how much reserve? 25. And how much retained profit? 55. Correct? So 55 and how much? 25. Total is what? 380. Can I see? You can also find out this as balancing figure also. Smart work. But we need to write down this in exam, okay? So this will be equal to what? Gross value added. Just cross check whether it is tallied. Gross value added. How much? 12059. 12059. Easy? Bolo. Simple. Percentage who will calculate? So you need to calculate application divided by total GBA into 100 into decimal. Into decimal. Batao. Give me percentage. 84.97. Then 9.59. Then 0.37. Then 1.91. Then 3 point. Just cross check whether it is 100 for your satisfaction. 99. So make it what? 3.16. Now it is coming 100. Do adjustment. We know how to do adjustment. The balance is not till it suspense. Correct now. How many of you have you used suspense account in your life in your exam? BCom exam you have done. That teacher is bakwas. Write down suspense. But never write suspense, huh? Suspense means you are not chartered accountant. If chartered accountant is preparing balance sheet, you tally without writing anything. Are you getting? Don't write suspense. Suspense writing means you are informing that there is some mistake. Why to inform? Do not inform. Chalo, very good. I think you have understood. Most easiest question. But of course, the life is not simple. And can I say, if life will be simple, there will be no maja. So there must be thoda complication, little complication. So what institute will do, what ICAI will do, they will give some indirect information to make question thoda interesting. Only this much. That we need to understand from the information given in the question. Any doubt? Bolo. They have asked one more point. Reconcile GVA with PBT. PBT means profit before tax. Reconcile GVA with PBT. So what you should deduct? That GVA become what? PBT. Correct? So batao. You need to say, batao, should we deduct employee cost for getting PBT? Yes or no? Yes. Should we deduct interest expense? Yes. Dividend? No. Dividend, yes or no? No. Yes or no? No. No. Then income tax? No. Yes or no? No. No. Deferred tax? No. Depreciation? Yes. Retained profit? No. Reserve? No. Low. 2 marks extra for this reconciliation. They give this reconciliation only to increase your time. Nothing else. He write, if you will not write, we'll deduct marks. ठीक है ना? तो write down. GVA. Gross value added. It is 12059 minus. But the employee cost how much? Employee cost 10,247. 10,247. Then what? Minus what? Interest to debenture. Debenture holder. How much? 1157. Then what? Depreciation. Depreciation 255. Batao, what is PBT? It's coming 400. Write down rupees in what? Rupees in 1,000. 400. Easiest. Any doubt? You can see PBT coming how much? Check करेंगे. PBT is what? 400. Tallied. PBT 400 tallied. Chalo. Now no more question. But I will want to ask one question from this. Everyone. Now, value added statement you have understood. Reconciliation you have understood. I need to take only some questions for practice. Nothing more than this. This chapter is over. This chapter is over. Of course, we'll take 3 questions more for practice. But you are chartered accountant? You all are chartered accountant, na? You are all a chartered accountant. Correct? Bolo yes or no? Yes, sir. So in class you need to always think you are chartered accountant, because I will ask question like chartered accountant only. So you are chartered accountant. Now I have given you this what? Value added statement. But what information you are getting from this value added statement? Batao. What information you are getting? Return of investment. Return of investment. No. Return on investment, always we need to find out with equity. Till now I have not given equity to you. You can't make that analysis. You can't make that. Ho sakta our investment is what? 1,000. From 1,000 we are getting 3,16,000. It is very high return. I said you are a chartered accountant. What information you are getting from this statement? Huh? Cost price is? Cost-based? Cost-based company. Simple, yaar. What I have written? I have written a percentage, na? But out of value added, to whom you are paying more? Employee. Means if you are earning 100, how much we are paying to employee? 84.97% of what value added. But if this statement is given to employee, what they will feel? They will feel, why everything they are giving us only? They will feel motivated or not? And they will feel like an internal part of the company, and they will never leave the company. Therefore, those companies in which this ratio means employee cost to value added is very high, they always prepare what? Value added statement. But those companies for which this ratio is very less, they will never prepare, because this is what? Non-mandatory. Have you understood? Correct? Tata. In Tata, this ratio is always high. Therefore, that company also prepare what? Value added statement. So, whenever after becoming CA, you find this ratio is very high, you can propose your company to prepare what? Value added statement, and included where? In annual report. Annual report. Have you understood this point? Correct? For today, this much only. Correct? Thank you very much.